Hello and welcome. My name is Sharon and this is Trio.of.Witches Tarot, and I finally got my Kickstarter of the Serpent and the Peacock, the art version, and because there's been so many unboxings, I'm not going to do an unboxing. Instead, what I'm going to do is the first impressions, and I do have the first edition, so I might do a comparison with the first edition, and we'll have a look at this big guidebook that I paid extra for, and a lot of pairings. So let's have a look. So it's a big box, as many people have said. There's a big guidebook in it. Big little white book. It's a nice box. I might keep it in the box. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. What am I going to... I have the first edition and this edition. I know they're very different. I just don't know yet. So I have number 99 out of 750. And let's get out the first edition. It's not in the same order, so it will need to be in the same order if I'm going to do a side-by-side. So this is like Make Playing Cards cardstock. And this is really nice. Matte, it's flexy. Like it. So even though it's a big deck, I think, yeah, you can totally ruffle shuffle that. Yes, you can. So maybe I'll just do the side-by-side first, and then I'm going to do a yes, no, maybe, I think. Okay, before the side-by-side, let's talk about guidebooks. So in the first edition, there was the option to get this guidebook, which I did get. Obviously, I have it. And it's a good guidebook. There's the keywords, has the image of the card, a big write-up on it, and then reversed or challenge around that. And I think all of the guidebooks are the same, where they have the minors first and the majors after. And is there anything in here about spreads or anything? No, we just dive right into the cards. So that's the first edition guidebook. And then in this edition, this comes with the deck. And we have the same thing where the minors are first and the majors are last. And then we have, it talks about the art, which I think the first edition did not. Let me double check. No, the first edition did not talk about the artwork at all. We have the keywords, and then it talks about the card. And I don't see anything about reversals in this one. Interesting. Interesting that that's not there when it was in the first edition. And then what do we have? Okay, so yeah, it just dives right in. So nothing on spreads or anything, and I think probably something about the art deck, time periods. That's interesting. Talks about cards that were replaced, and a thank you. Okay, so there you go. That's this guidebook. Then I bought this art book, which I felt something about it. My understanding was this was going to be different, other than just being hardback. I do not see any differences in this. I've looked through it and compared it, and except for maybe this here. So let's find, so we have the Knight of Pentacles here. So this is from this part here. So let's find this and find the Knight of Pentacles. Cups, Swords, Pentacles. Okay, so what it does talk about it has the reference material here. And then we have the name of the artwork. So we have art here. And then a little bit more, it looks like, on that artwork. And then the artist is here on this one. This one does not have the artist, the location, and it has the date. Okay, so there is more in this book. Is it on every card? It looks like it is on every card. So I seem to have missed that earlier. So this is has more of a reference to the original art. Some of the images are very close to the original art. Some of them are not. Okay, so cool. All right, I see now. I get it now. I still don't know if I would have gotten it if I had known how awesome this little white book is, but I'm okay with having paid extra for that. Okay, so we talked about cardstock. Let's look on the backs. Oh yeah, that looks really nice. I mean, I like this, but without that white border and a bigger black border, it looks really nice. And then as far as card size, so these are standard tarot. So it's just a smidge shorter and a little bit wider. And then let's get to the flip through side by side. So what I wanted to do first is, these are all the alternate cards, and I wanted to compare them to the original in the original deck and the what is in the new deck. Okay, so let's start with the Fool. So that's the first edition, and this is this edition, and I can center that better. And definitely, there, with the exception of one card, I prefer everything in this new edition. And then this is the alternate Fool, which I really like. This cracks me up. So I think I'm going to be keeping this one in the deck and this one as an alternate. And then we have the Magician. I think we have two alternates, so. And this has always cracked me up. I've always liked this Magician. Let's make sure all this cuts in frame. Not quite. Let's zoom out a little. Okay, so in the book, the original is the Bird of Self-Knowledge, which is interesting. And then this alternate, now it's Merlin dictating his prophecies to his scribe. I am all about that, so I might choose that one. And then the third one is Zoroaster riding the back of a fire-breathing salamander. So I think I'm going to go with Merlin on that alternate, but if it was just these two, I mean, this is hands down. The new edition is just like mind-blowing how good it is. And then we have the Nine of Swords, and so it's changed from the original. So the guy laying in bed, he is sitting up in bed. Or we have this guy being eaten by, I don't know what that's supposed to be, some whale-like thing. Or we have this guy falling down a hole of some sort. So let's see if the descriptions of these cards will convince me in any way to lean towards one or the other. So the original is Saint Martin, Stories of San Martino, The Dream of San Martino. And the one that looks like a whale shrew something, Jonah and the Whale. It's a weird looking whale though, isn't it? And then the other one is Leaving Hell. Okay, interesting. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with the one that feels more traditional. Well, these are kind of cool, and that is one freaky looking whale. Now we have the Five of Cups. And this one feels more traditional again. It's from the Travels of Marco Polo, is the original one. This is John the Evangelist. And again, I'm going to go with more traditional. This is fun. I like having alternate cards. This is like what I did with the Terra Volatile. And then we have the Four of Cups. And I like both these depictions. So what do we think? So the first one is Job on his dunghill infested with worms. Ooh. Satan testing Job's faith. Or we have John the Baptist in meditation. So, I prefer this image a little bit more. This one is much more traditional, and I'm not sure how this John the Baptist, was he feeling when he was in meditation, was he depressed? I don't know. I like the colors in this one a little bit more. That's really like the only thing. I'm just going to go with that one for now. It's not permanent. I can change it anytime I want. So now we have the devil. It's the original devil. Was Giving Devil His Due is the name of the artwork. And then the other one is City of God Against the Pagans. St. Augustine's take on miniature hell. Huh. And, well, this feels a bit more traditional. I like this one more. So I'm going to go with that one. Now we come to the moon, and the moon is the one where I actually prefer the artwork in the first edition. So there's always something about the face on this moon, and me and the face on the moon. It's a thing. I like this one, but these two feel more traditional with the dogs, and you know, a person in this one even has the lobster or crayfish, whichever it's supposed to be. This is a very angry sun. Some kind of, is the moon eclipsing the sun in this one? What does the book say about any of these? Okay, so the new moon. I wonder if the old book says anything about the original. Let's go with the original moon first, in the first edition. And nothing about artwork, I forgot. There's nothing about artwork in that one. Just about that artist's understanding of the moon card. So then the new moon, okay, comments were thought to portend terrible natural phenomena. Okay, talks about comets and awakening feelings. And then this one. Spirit is guiding the moon much like our emotions guide us. And then this one. Post-nubile Phoebus. It doesn't say anything particularly about what's like happening here, which looks like the moon eclipsing the sun. And this one kind of looks like it's a moon eclipsing the sun in addition to a comet. This one feels the most traditional to me. And if I can't have this one, I'm going to go with this one. So that's all those. Now let's look at some of the changed cards. I think we can zoom in a little now because we just... So let's start with the world. Definitely, I really like this one, and it would have been totally cool if this one... It would have been nice to have this as an alternate. I wonder if, like, kind of all of them that are changed would have been cool to have the original as an alternate still. Anyway, I do like this change. And then Temperance. This one's kind of weird. I like it in a weird carnival at the end of the world sort of way. Really like this. We have the Seven of Cups. And I really like So this is the same card, like the addition of all the things in the cups. This was just 7 empty cups. And then this one, it's essentially the same card, different colors, and this, we're zoomed out more, so this guy is there, and then we have this person added here, and the cups are much smaller. Yeah, interesting. Could have left the cups bigger, but having them smaller, not a problem. It's less of a focus in the card, right? Like the whole landscape is much more focused in this card now. I like it. And the Ace of Swords. So that's interesting choice there. This hand, sort of cartoony looking hand. I don't love that cartoony hand. I'm not even sure why a hand was necessary. Could have just had the sword and then these people, which this almost feels like a lover's card or something to me. Not my favorite Ace of Swords ever. I like the colors. I think it's pretty. I'm thrown off by this hand. And then the 6 of Coins, Pentacles. This is definitely an improvement. Totally different card. This one's okay, I get it, but this one, yes. Oh, one more. Judgment. So I've always been wondered about this hand and all the people on it. Let's see what the book has to say about these images. It's really nasty out there right now. Okay, so we have the all-powerful hand, or the 5 persons. You know, I get that it's Christ's crucifixion, so I guess that makes sense. And then this one is the Last Judgment. And I get it. I like the colors in this one. I like both of these. I'm torn. I feel like this is one where I might go back and forth on any given day on. I'm gonna go with this one. Okay, let's do a yes, no, maybe. Yes, I like that. Just like the colors of it. I like the owl. I like the 1 wand. I've always loved this cat. And the 2 of wands. Looks kind of mad. 3. Got some bees going on there. Yeah, I like that. And the 4 of wands. It almost feels more like a 3 of pentacles kind of moment for me. So I'm going to go with a maybe on that one. Just, I like the card. I like the art. I like everything about it. It just, my understanding of the 4 of wands, not quite met there. And then the 5 of wands totally cracks me up. Yes. And the 6. Yes. And the 7. Yes. And the 8. I've always liked this. With the dove. I think that's a dove. Yes. And the 9 of wands. It's a little bit different than somebody just standing there kind of hurt and defending. But yes. And the 10 of wands. So maybe not, just doesn't quite meet my understanding of the card, and I have to bend my head around that a little bit. And then the Page of Wands. Love it. And the Knight of Wands. Love it. Love the Burning Heart. And the Queen of Wands. It's got that little dragon. Love it. The King of Wands. Got some crazy monster belly. Don't know, I entirely understand that imagery for the King of Wands. Still like the card. I like all these cards. Just don't, to wrap my head around those maybes. Love this. And it's definitely the way it's zoomed out some, the colors, love it. The Two of Pentacles, love it. And the Three, I don't know. I have to wrap my head around how these guys traveling applies to that. The Four, love it. The Five, it's hard to see this kitty, this darker kitty here. I'm gonna put that in a maybe. Place. So there's the 6, and I like that. Chose it from my alternates. And there's the 7. I've always loved the 7. And the 8. It's different than, you know, waiting for a harvest. I'm gonna put that one there. And the 9. I like that. And the 10. And they are in the Tree of Life, I believe. So cool. Like it. And then we have another owl. So I think I've noticed this before. Okay. It seemed very similar, but not, they aren't exactly the same. Anyway, I like it. And the Knight, like it. And the Queen, almost feels more like that pentacle is a shield. I have to think on that one. And the King, like it. And the Ace, put that over here just because the hand. I don't understand that hand at all. I like it. I like that she's got these serpents of some sort there too. And the 3, you got a heart without blood. Like it. The 4, it works. Not my favorite. And the 5, yes. And the 6, yes. And the 7, The 8, yes, that totally works for me. Love it. And the 9, I don't like that you can kind of see that it's cut out. Also, I don't mind it because, I don't know, it gives it a little comedy for me almost. And I like this, so put that there. And then the 10, perfect. It's perfect. The Page, love it. Love he's got some face on his butt. And the Knight, love it. And the Queen, yes, the look on her face, perfect. Love it. And the King, love it. And the Ace of Cups, really like this, but I wish there was water. So I'm gonna put Anna maybe. And the 2, yes. And the 3, I like it, but I really like the dancing girls together. I feel like something could have been found there for that. And the 4, yes, I like it. I chose it. And the 5, I like it. And the 6, yes. And the 7, yes. And the 8, not walking away from the cups, he's walking towards the cups, so that's a little odd. I'm gonna put in maybe. And the 9, I've always loved this 9. And the 10. I've always loved this, and now that the colors are bumped, woof, yes, like it. And the Page of Cups. It's a weird one, but I like it. And the Knight. Yes, stay together. The Queen. Yes. Like she's got like a phoenix there. Her sleeve. Very cool. And the King. It's not holding a cup. There's a cup right there. I don't know that that totally works for me. I like it. I like the artwork. I love the art in every one of these cards. So, and the Fool, love him. And the Magician, so glad it's Merlin. Thank you. And the High Priestess, yes. The Empress, yes. The Emperor, yes. The Hierophant, interesting. We got a king here, and then we got the Hierophant up here. Interesting. I like that. And the Lovers, yes. Like on this, that it looks like it was painted on wood because you've got all the crackling, or maybe it's just a really old oil painting that's showing it's crackling. That's cool. I like that. Thank you for not like trying to improve on that somehow. Chariot. I like it. Although it's interesting that they're, look like they're going off to war or protecting her strength. It's interesting there's 2 people and 2 animals. But I get it, and I like it. The Hermit. This has never been my favorite hermit of all my hermits. Definitely feels very carnival at the end of the world. I don't hate it. The Wheel. Fortune, perfect. Perfect for the Wheel. Justice, yes, love it. The Hanged Man, could not be more here for this guy. Death. Totally works. Temperance, love that there's a unicorn in Temperance. Love it. Great change. The Devil, you saw this guy? I love this guy. The Tower, that's one scary tower card. I love it. The Star, love it. The Moon, it works for me. Not my favorite moon, because I liked the moon in the first edition a lot. The Sun, love it. Judgment, totally works for me. And the World, love the New World. Love it. So, let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 maybes, and 1 no. I'm going to put it in, no, there's 1 no. And only because of this hand. So 16 out of the 78. So we still got 62 that are resounding yeses. And then if we look at the alternates, that's a yes, just not the one I picked. That's a maybe. That's a maybe. He's a yes, I like him. That's a yes. That's a yes, it works. That's a yes. This makes me laugh because it's like the weirdest looking whale ever. I always loved him in the original deck, so yes. This Magician, no, feels like the Hierophant. And this Fool, I like it. It's like some weird donkey minstrel. It works. I like the new one better. So, but I'm going to put it in yes. So we had 3 maybes in the alternates. I didn't talk about the gilding at all, but it's really nice. It's a matte, well, it's not the matte gold like I've seen on other ones, but it's not like super shiny. It's really nice and it's really soft. And let's do a quick shuffle so you can see that. I want to mix them up a little for the oracle pairings. Oops. Hard to do when you have a tripod right in front of you. Let's try it again. Beautiful. I can do it in the air without them flying out. Sometimes you have the ones that they riffle really nice, but then when you try to bridge them, they go everywhere. Really nice shuffle. Let's start with the mushroom oracle because it's, I think the vibe is going to really work. Yeah. Yeah, this really works. I will definitely be doing this. Really like this for pairing a lot. Totally feel the vibe between the two of these. So that's the mushroom oracle. Now let's try purple astrology. Think. It's okay. After the mushroom oracle, it's not as good as that, but it's okay. It kind of works. Brings a totally different vibe to it. I don't hate it. Don't hate it. Okay, so that's the herbal astrology oracle. Now let's try the universal folk oracle. I don't know what this will look like. I just grabbed a bunch off the top of my head. This might go, this might go. Huh. So at first I was like, oh, the purple, but then it kind of pulls the color of his robes out. Don't love it. Is this going to be one of those ones when I come back and I'm like, oh, well, no, that was okay after all. Compared to the others, it's not as good. So that's the universal folk oracle. Let's try the Mortons. I trimmed mine, and I think I trimmed it too much. I might have to buy the skin. It's not expensive. I wanted it to be smaller, and I should have left some of the white. Anyway, that's not the point, is it? I think this works. the more muted palette. I like this. I like this a lot suddenly. I think this really works. Yeah, this is a nice one. There's a little down-to-earth nature to it. Very nice. So that was the Woodland Wardens. So I've already done the Xamer twins with the first edition in my unboxing of the Xamer twins, but for kicks and giggles, let's pair it up. See if it still works. And it works. I almost feel like it works better with the first edition than with this edition. Something about the, I mean, it works. I'm not gonna lie that it doesn't. I think it works great with both. Taking back words I said. Very fun. Very fun indeed. He's kind of like the, is it one of the pages? It's like this guy? Yeah, so that's the Xamer twins, and I think that totally works. So now let's try the messenger cards. Askew, but we're fine. Okay. I think it works. Not as good as, let's see, now that's really nice. This works. It's not as good as a couple of the others, but I do like the nature aspect being brought in. I do like it. Yeah. I do like it. Yeah. Nice. Okay, so the messenger cards. I think that works. I'll just have a couple more. This might seem like a weird one. Might work, might not. We're gonna find out. Huh. I don't entirely dislike it. This one always seems like different for me, just the colors and everything. I don't entirely dislike it. It's working in an odd sort of way, I think. If it was between this and the Mushroom Oracle, though, I think I would pick the Mushroom Oracle. It's okay. It was okay. Not great, but okay. And then the last one I have is the witch woman in total control of herself. We're gonna find out. This may be too much of a artistic style difference for me, but but we shall see. And, oops, sorry. It's okay. There's a glare on the cards for me, so it's hard to see. It's okay. It's not a winner, though. It'd be interesting when I'm looking through, when I'm editing, what I think of this. Ah, there's that guy. Not a page. I feel like the messenger cards and the mushroom oracle and the Xammer twins are the winners here. Okay, so that's all my pairings. So now let's do some pairings with tarot, because Meredith at Oasis Spiritual Empowerment asked for it. And we're going to start with the Brady Tarot, and I have the first edition, so yours will differ if you decide to do this, because it will have black borders and be larger. And I wanted to do this one because I just thought it'd be cool to try an animal deck with it. And I think I like the way this is working. This a lot. This would not have worked with the first edition because the color saturation would be so off. With this one, I think it really works. I think I like that. And if it hadn't been for Meredith, I don't think I would have gone through all my decks to see what tarot would pair with this. So thanks for the idea, Meredith. Yeah, I like that. So now I thought this one, maybe, don't know. This is, it's the Ship of Fools Tarot. Don't have, I'll put something down here so that you can see it if you didn't hear me well. I don't know. I felt like stylistically these would go together, but not sure how I feel about the monochromatic with the colored. I don't know, I think it works in a weird way. It doesn't fight with it. I don't know. I'll have to see what this looks like when I'm editing. Interesting anyway. Okay, so that was the Ship of Fools. Again, I don't have anything to show you to denote that this is that deck. Let's make this a little shorter. There we go. And this, I always think of this one as more of a torical, just in part because the majors are kind of changed up, reordered, and renamed. A lot of the imagery isn't normal to any particular, it's its own system. I guess mostly that's why, because it's its own system. It's not unusable as just a normal tarot. For instance, like this, the Ten of Pentacles, you know, that's very different. Anyway, this pairing, not doing a whole lot for me. Okay, so that was Witch's Wisdom. So I only have 2 more. So now let's try Awakening the Unconscious Tarot, which I've said before, I never see on the Tarot Tube. And I really like this deck. I feel like that's a yes already. And it's more of a Thoth deck, especially in the minors. I think I like this. And I often like to pair a system that I'm not as familiar with, like a Fairy Pip deck or a Thoth deck with regular tarot. That helps me learn the other system and give it a little color, because I'm struggling with what does it mean in this system. I think I like this. I do think I like this. Okay, that was the Awakening the Unconscious. And now that we are to the one that Meredith and I had discussed that this might pair with. Carnival at the End of the World. There it is. So let's see. Because it is quirky, and there is even a couple cards in here that remind me of Carnival at the End of the World. And Meredith was showing this, the Serpent and the Peacock with Pagan Otherworlds, and she liked the white space, and this deck is similar in that there isn't really anything going on in the background, but it's more quirky, like this deck, like Serpent and Peacock is. Yeah, I don't know that I love this. I wonder if you do, Meredith. I like that. This is one I'm going to have to see what it looks like on camera. It's the Orville pack card. Couldn't think of the last name. I don't hate it. It's interesting. Okay, so that's all my tarot pairings. And I think we've reached the end of this video. So I hope you enjoyed that. Remember to like and subscribe and click on the bell so you know when I have new videos. Take care of yourself. Bye.